Spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Om. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yovantah Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuptam सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ गीता ध्यानम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणी भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा च यद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् पंकजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Gita session. We are doing chapter 3. We have seen first 17 mantras. We'll quickly chant all of those 70 so that we are in sync, and then we directly go to verse number 18. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Tritiyoabhyayah Karma Yogaha Arjuna Vacha Jayasi Chet Karmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatking Karmani Ghore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava Vyamishrenev Vakyena Buddhim Mohayasiva Me तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्. श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनां न कर्मणामनारम्भात् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यसनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत् कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म सर्वः प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य यास्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्म ज्यायो ह्यकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर सह यज्ञाः प्रजा सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविष्यध्वम् एष वोस्त्विष्टकामधुक् देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवाः दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः तैर्दत्तानप्रदायैभ्यः यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात् अन्नाद् भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम् तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम् एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रं नानुवर्तयतीह यः अघायुरिन्द्रिया रामः Mogham partha sa jivati yastvatmaratirev syat atmatruptascha manavaha atmamnyeva cha santushtah tasya karyam na vidyate. With His grace, we have seen till here. The flow of thought is the Yuddha is going to commence. Pandavas have sought their best by law, but time and again we have seen Kauravas were very deceptive and denied even a point of land. They went into exile, they went into Ajnatavasa, they did all that they were supposed to, and they returned after that, and yet after that also the answer was no from Duryodhan, and hence they are facing it on the battlefield because it was a dharma yuddha. In all those years and decades of their punishment and their exile and things, each Pandava has undergone a big trauma, and each one of them had vowed, and especially Arjuna had vowed to teach them a lesson for a life. In the meanwhile, they gathered, they did whatever they had to, they figured out what they have to, and now they're standing at the battlefield. So, amongst all those shlokas of 100,000 shlokas, this is coming in one small portion, these 700 verses, in one corner of Mahabharata, the entire Gita. So it is like, you imagine, there is 18 Akshavini Sainya. One Akshravini is like 21,000 odd horses and elephants, and 1 lakh foot soldiers. There are elephants and there are chariots. So just imagine one Akshravini is, if it is so much, just imagine volume of 18 Akshravini. 11 of Kauravas, 7 of Pandavas, and they are face to face now arranging. Just imagine 21,000 into 11 horses, 21,000 into 11 the elephants and the chariots, 1 lakh foot soldiers into 11, one side, another side into 7, the equivalent of. So you just think the time taken, the sound, horses are neighing, foot soldiers are moving, elephants are trumpeting, chariots are making sound. All this is happening of so many lakhs of people and animals around arranging. Imagine the chaos. One marriage hall, you think of 100 people, 1,000 people, max 2,000 people, max 10,000 people. 2,000 is like one, probably some politicians were in probably, but in our ordinary thing is 1,000, 1.5, 2,000, whatever. That itself is what noise. Over here we are talking in 100,000s, few lakhs. So see the scene of animals and men and the chariots that's going on. How the feeling, wedding is still a happy occasion. Everybody is exchanging smiles and all. Over here, there is a revengeful, the stress of the war and the things that have to be arranged. Just bring it in front of your eyes. Just bring in front of your eyes the expanse of the land that has been occupied. And everything is decided. Now the war has to begin. And Arjuna has said, just take in the middle of there. Let me see with whom I have to fight. As if Arjuna doesn't know with whom he has to fight. He very well knows. But yet, and Krishna also, he strategically puts the chariot in front of Guru, front of him. And now what Arjuna faces is what we face. When a problem comes, we feel, oh, I better don't want any of this. So we actually prepared for a situation, but when we actually have to face and act, our knees buckle down and we think it's okay. It's not right to win. So this Arjuna syndrome is our syndrome. Wherever Arjuna comes, it is for us. You can take up. So that was chapter 1, where such a mighty warrior was even defeated Lord Shiva, and he has got his astras. He starts to say, this is not my cup of tea. I better take sannyasa, and I go. Then chapter 2 comes. So the scene of the battlefield is described, and the Arjuna disease is born, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. That after seeing his swajanas, bandhavas, gurus, elders, everything, he buckled down, he drops his arrow, he sits on the chariot, saying that, oh Arjuna, these are the reasons, and this is not right for me. Kulatraya happened, Kuladharma will this, and Kulastriya is this and that. He gives all big talks and lecture. Krishna is less listening, not speaking. And we enter chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. The knowledge part happens. Then, and chapter 2, Arjuna surrenders. See, Krishna is there since beginning with him as a friend, but he has not realized Krishna as a Bhagavan. Now, when he's confusing, he's ready to surrender to the God. God was always there only. When the surrender happens, then the godliness, the Bhagavan's form is come. He is there, always with us. If we call out his name in surrender, he will answer. But we are just happy with our problems, crying and talking about it, but not asking God that I'm surrendering you. We say, we will think what the God in the puja room will do. But the faith and the surrender, the shraddha and the bhakti, that is the key thing to enthuse, to pump in enthusiasm in us. Arjuna does exactly that. Second chapter, we see that Shadhiman Tvam Prapannam. We saw that verse. And then from the 11th verse of second chapter, Krishna begins to advise. He doesn't advise on simple small things, okay, go get fight. No, directly. Ashochananda Shochastvam directly. You are grieving on what is not to be. And the entire gist of Gita is beautifully put in chapter 2, we saw. So chapter 2 shows us some lovely verses. How is Avinashi Atma? How is Anasato Vidyate Bhava? And above and all, how the Sthita Prajna Lakshanas are. How the wise man is unmoved. We saw all that. Bhagwan giving the highest knowledge. One of the longest chapters. Up to this, the biggest one is 18th only, but this was one of the longest. We saw all the 72 mantras. We completed chapter 2. Then we came in chapter 3. So now Arjuna says, wow, telling such big high knowledge. That's what I'm saying, that I want to take sannyas. But now you're saying fight also and you're giving knowledge also. I have not understood this. So chapter 3 opens in that what tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojasike yamishri naiva vakyena. I'm just confused with your sentence. Buddhi mohayasi me. My mind is confused. Tadekam vada nishchita. You just tell me one. What is Shreyam? What is Shreya for me? Is it the Jnana, the philosophy part is Shreya, or getting up and act is Shreya? Is the opening verse of this chapter, Karma Yoga, we are in. Then in Karma Yoga, we saw some beautiful verses. We saw how action has to be converted into the yoga. We are seeing those verses. We are still continuing in the chapter. One of the beautiful verse was number 5, that nobody can stay without action. Nahi kaschit kshanam jatutishthastra karma krut. So, and because of the vasanas, because of that desire inside, we are propelled to act in the outside. And we have stopped on mantra 17, where those who are yahatu atmaratihi eva syat, those who are dwelling in the highest knowledge, those who are Atmatruptaha, those who are self-content, those who are Atmani Santushtaha, those who are so within themselves they are happy. They don't need a object, person, or an experience for they are happy. Tasya karyam na vidyate. They are not bound to perform any actions. So are we like that? Are we happy with ourselves? If 2 days we don't get to see anybody, we feel, oh, the house is eating. We want somebody to talk to. If, okay, today you don't do any work, somebody say, okay, just sit like that, wouldn't be able to sit quiet. We will want to do something or the other. We would like to move our body. If not moving our body mentally, we will go somewhere, we will do some action and come in our mind. So we have not yet reached over there. That means we are still in this world and we are seekers. We are seekers in making and we are on our arc, on our journey of self-realization. So on such a condition that we cannot stay without action, how we have to act. So this is this chapter. So far what we have seen. This is one part of the journey. Other part of the journey was adding Sanskrit to it, for which we have seen last class fully. So not wasting any time on that. Let us move on and go to verse number 18. So far everything clear where we have positioned ourselves and where we have seen in Sanskrit aspect, where we have seen in Gita aspect. Anybody has any doubt? Okay. Now you please raise your hands, those who want to volunteer to repeat after me from mantra number 18. Shri Vidya Lakshmi ji, Somasundaran ji. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः
नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः
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 व्यपाश्रय द्वित्वा वदे अर्थव
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
नैव
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
Very good. So we have seen that how this person is Atma Trupta in the previous, and it's a continuation of, just let me. It's a continuation. Now, from today's class, what we will see is another aspect of Sanskrit is these are all poetic verses. So, if we have to make a sentence out of it, remove the poetic aspect and add a usual prose format to it, then what it is like one sentence so that we can understand the meaning well. So, when we make a poetic sentence into a prose sentence, it is called as Anvayartha. Means making a clear cut instead of a poetic form because the words are placed to rhyme here and there. Now we will get into understanding the meaning. So we will put them in a straight line. Okay. So we have this word Naiva Tasya. Tasya. Tasya is our Shashti. Shashti of Tad Shabda. So our Shabda Rupavali, if it is somewhere closer to us, we can open and set. But maybe it is not yet complete because I haven't posted yet. But let it be in mind that, okay, this Tasya. Tasya means his. His means who? That Mahapurush, that enlightened person. His, apostrophe, yes, his. Now, Tasya. Then in the second pada, we have this word Nakrute Neha Kaschana. Correct. So in that, Nakrute Neha, there is a sandhi over there. Nakrutena Iha. So, Iha. Iha means over here. Tasya Iha. Iha means that person, that Mahapurusha over here in this word. Na krutena. Where is na? The starting word. Naiva is there, right? That is na plus eva. After 2 sessions, we'll definitely have our Sandhi class. That time we will come to know how na plus eva has become naiva, or how krutena plus eva has become kruteneha. So this we will see in our Sandhi class. So the first word naiva is na eva. In that, na we take and add it to krutena. After tasya, the word is there, krutena. Right? So tasya, iha, na krutena means by not doing any action, kruta, any action done. Krutena, like devena, like third case, by not doing any actions. Kashana, any. And arthaha. Artha means the reason. This man doesn't find any reason of anything by doing any actions. Neither na akrutena. Where is akrutena? The second pada, first word. Na kruteneha. Na krutena iha. So, by na akrutena. First word is na eva tasya krutena arthaha. Second is na akrutena iha kaschana. So na akrutena, by not doing any action, or by krutena, or by doing any action. Kaschana, anything. And third line, na cha asya sarvabhuteshu. So, sarvabhuteshu means in all pranis. So, this is our saptami, like Devish. So, not even by evacha sarvabhuteshu. And likewise, with all the, with any being. Asya means for this person. Nacha says they know that asya kaschit, any, arthavyapashrayaha. Arthavyapashrayaha, a selfish relationship. So this person, by doing anything, or by not doing anything, or by associating with any experience or any person, he's least bothered about it. So it's not affecting him that an object or a person or an experience is necessary for him, and hence he should act or he should not act. His happiness is not dependent upon the action or the relationship he is building. Are we clear? So sometimes, like, I want to go to temple, I'm searching peace of mind. I want to be in a certain person's company because that person gives me happiness. I have to probably eat a gulab jam or a pani puri to feel happy and fulfill my craving. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create an experience. I'm trying to latch on to a person or some object or maybe some gadgets or some toy or some cosmetics or some indulgent, whatever vices. So we are prompted for our actions to get happiness from various objects. So we are prompted to do actions. Or sometimes we feel happy by avoiding certain people, certain objects, and we don't do any action. So krutena or akrutena or by sarvabhuteshu, this person is not linked to any of that because he is reveling in his own happiness. He's not bound by that. Are we clear? So, first we will see the breakup of the words na eva tasya krutena arthaha na akrutena iha kaschana na cha asya sarvabhuteshu kaschit artha vyapashrayah. Are we clear? Anybody has any doubts in where to break? Which word? All clear? Now, all those that words we have broken, we put in a sentence. Tasya iha na krutena kaschana arthaha na akrutena evacha sarvabhuteshu asya kaschit artha vyapashrayah. No, is not bound by any other object. Okay. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः. Both of you continue. So if you answer there. तस्मादसक्तः सततम्
तस्मादसक्तः सततम्
तस्मादसक्तः सततम्
सक्तः सततम् विसर्गा sakara we will take.
तस्मादसक्तः
तस्मादसक्तः
सततम्
सततम्.
तस्मादसक्तः सततम्
Correct. कार्यं कर्म समाचर.
कार्यं कर्म समाचर
कार्यं कर्म समाचर
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म.
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म
परमाप्नोति पूरुषः.
परमाप्नोति पूरुषः
परमाप्नोति पूरुषः
तस्मादसक्तः सततम् कार्यं कर्म समाचर. असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म. Sorry, first line over.
तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर
तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः.
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः
तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः
तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पुरुषः.
Very good. So now first we will, before I give that Anvaya, we will first see the break of how the words are. Because many times it is combined. So once you break the words, then you can put number in for the Anvaya. What comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is. So now that first word, Tasma, the Sakta is written, right? So Tasmat, Asaktaha. There are two words over there. Tasmat, ending with Halantata. Asaktaha. Satatam, Karyam, Karma, Samachara. Rest there is no sandhi anywhere. Second line, Asakto is there. It is Asaktaha. He, small he, Acharan, Karma. So small e and Acharan will form here. Here, how? That we will see in our sandhi rule. Acharan is he, Acharan, Karma, Param, Apnoti, Purushaha. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 words are over there. Tasmat asaktaha satatam karyam karma samachara asaktaha hi acharan karma param apnoti purusha. Okay. We are clear how the breakage of words are. Now one by one. First we'll put them in a sentence. Tasmat, therefore, satatam, always, asaktaha, asaktaha, without attachment, without binding, not to keep any desire. Karyam, work, whatever your kartavyas are there, the things that you must do, means that karma. Samachara, please do it. So this part of work, we will have to learn Ajna. You have to learn this. Then he, because asaktaha, those who are doing asaktaha, acting without any attachment, karma, those who do that, acharan, by doing that, purushaha, that person, param, highest, apnoti. So, param, highest is highest truth, Paramatma, apnoti, he reaches or he gets. So, tasma satatam asaktaha karyam samacharahi, asaktaha karma acharan, purushaha param apnoti, he reaches the highest truth. So, what does this mean? Therefore, you please act without being attached to your actions. So a person who acts like that without doing the action reaches the highest goal. Are we getting the meaning? So beautifully, so clearly it is. So I study because I want to pass an exam. Why I want to pass an exam? Because I want a good university. Why you want a good university? So that, okay, this is attractive, this is my goal. So because, okay, I like that subject, and then that subject is very competitive, and this is that, that is that. Ultimately, it boils down to I want name and fame, and association is I can buy things and goods, and ultimately for a betterment of life and a higher living and the status. Everything boils down to how money only can buy all these things. So money is our security eventually. A normal phone will also work, but still we want iPhone 15 only. And if it's only iPhone 15, no, iPhone 15 Pro. Only iPhone 15 Pro Max is also working. But for how long? Till the next version comes. So otherwise, we were happy with that Nokia a few years. it would fall 100 times also, it will still work and be happy. But this once it falls, God alone. And we were happy with it for quite few number of years. But this gets outdated every year. And this upgradation and things and the way you are targeted and way you are heard, even whatever you talk, you get the advertises on your phone of what you have spoken. So much we've been snooped in that the advertises of, suppose, let's say, I'm talking with some patient about their diabetes and I'm spoken something about the diet. The next advertises and the ads that would come on my mobile, if I open any channel, would be, okay, use this product for a diabetic thing. It is targeted. So we don't have any more privacy, but we realize that and we still want that only. So one karma is leading to another and we are not coming out of it. We still want objects only. Still, the Paramatma is he's there, higher. I want him only when I have a difficulty. I don't want him always. It's only on a criteria basis the necessary comes. I should be in dire problem, then I will go 100 times to temple, do probably 108 pradakshina, do this archana, puja, this. The intensity of a prayer comes only when I am in a difficulty. Out of joy, I'm not doing anything. Out of joy, I'm happy with my family and my friends and partying my objects. But here, this Purusha, they are saying, he doesn't act for something. There is no reason for it. So we've been acting. Acting means what? Performing actions, I mean. So for him, he's out of joy. He's not bound, compelled to do any action. Akrutena or krutena. It is not his way at all. So we have not yet reached we have certain stage. Okay, now we've got all that, then we marry. If we marry, is that one? No, then we want children. Then if we have children, is that one? No. I've got only daughters, I want a son. Oh, yeah, I've got only son, I've got a daughter. No. Then their school, the admission. No. Okay, then they're married. Then are we ready for Vanaprastha? No. I have to babysit because my daughter-in-law also goes to. Then you've been dragged. And are the children staying over here? No, they are gone to another country. So then, okay, this season, parents have to fly to whichever country and then babysit there also. When? So the whole life is going from one action to another. And nowhere it is Ishvara Buddhi Prasada. Nowhere it is, Lord, I just love you for the sake of Lord. I'm not just wanting anything. Just keep, just you stay in my thoughts. You don't vanish from my thoughts. We don't pray for Lord for the Lord's sake. And we are prompted to do several actions. And then we think, now what they will do. So I have to do right. No, we are not ready to. It is in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad only say, Atmastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. It is not for your wife. They have given you one huge paragraph, or for your children, or for this and all. You are doing that because you love yourself. So that self, if we realize that self is the capital self, then the question will, but I am self with my small self, I'm liking mine. So my own ego that I'm fulfilling. So here, this verse, we really need to contemplate. It's very so beautiful. And the actions that we do out of joy and out of helping for others, not expecting anything in return, just it is a seva for the Lord. If when that thing happens in us, that is the greatest joy which nobody can steal. It's just out of joy and not for the joy that we do our actions. Tasmadasaktas satatam karyam karma samachare asakto hyacharan karma paramapnoti purushaha. Radha Krishnanji, Padma Bhaskaranji. कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम्
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम्
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम्
आस्थिता जनकादयः
आस्थिता जनकादयः
आस्थिता जनकादयः
लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि
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 सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः
कर्मणैव कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः
लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि.
Very good. So now we will see how this verse is broken. Okay. Karmanaivahi. In that the word is karmana eva hi. So karmana is our third case. Okay. By action, it means instrumental case. By action, eva means only. He, verily. So many times he is given as a pada purakartham to complete the pada. But verily. So karmana by action only. Karmana eva he. Samsiddhim. Samsiddhi. Samsiddhi is to reach to a perfection state. Okay. Asthita, to attend that perfection state. Asthita, Janakadayaha. Janaka ityadi raja. We know, right? He is a king. He is a ruler. But then still he is enlightened soul. Then what he is acting for? Second line. Loka sangraham is the word. Loka sangraham. Eva api. So Loka sangraham is for the betterment, for the upliftment of the people, of the society. Eva api also only. Then the next word is sampashyan. Sampashyan, having that particular view in mind. Kartum. So we have to learn this. We have seen this, but it was few months ago. When this kartum, gantum, like this, when it is tum ending, it is called tumanta. Tum anta. Tumantas. So this tum anta is used for what purpose in that sense? Kartum, for doing sake. When you want to say for this purpose, like this, when you have to say gantum ichhami, means for going purpose. I wish to go. Gantum ichhami. Kartum ichhami, for doing purpose. So this kartum is a tumun ending. Arhasi. So we have seen this word pathasi. So we have to immediately connect. Oh, pathasi was our madhyam purush ekvachan. Correct. So like this, arhasi. Arhasi, you are able to. So these are our breakage of words. Karmana, eva, hi, samsiddhim, asthitaha, janakadayaha, lokasangraham, evapi, sampashyan kartum arhasi. This is how we have broken the words. Now we have to put them into prose line. Janakadayaha. So kings like Janaka. So Janaka Adi. And many people. So Janakadayaha means jnanis like Janaka. Yeah. Karmana. By karma, eva only. Samsiddhim astita. They reached the perfection by action. No, but if every jnani goes to the forest and act, who is going to lead? Correct. And if every leader is going to be corrupt, then what is the status? So we can say, okay, India got freedom from British rule 1947. And thereafter, what happens? And why did the British, Mughals, Portuguese, everybody came to rule India? Because in those times, it was the most prosperous. They saw potential. India was not a poor country at all. It was huge, filled with knowledge. It had universities which other countries has never seen. It was like Otan Prot means full of knowledge. And you touch the science subject, any faculty, whether you want to talk of astronomy, whether you want of chemistry, physics, or metallurgy, we were all rich source of it. But without giving credit to us, these people stole not only the knowledge, every penny and the richness, because our kingdom was not what the India we see now. This side it was from Afghanistan. That side it was still down to the Cambodia, Indonesia influence, Malaysia, Singapore as well, influence of India. Huge prastha, huge. And these small, even including Thailand, all these small kings, different princely states, they ruled. We were looted. So outsiders come and loot, we were saying, insiders do then what to call. So to establish India to India's glory, even after 1947, was it not so possible? No, we needed leaders who were asaktaha like Janakadaya. But that didn't happen. Because the leaders also were wanting to fill their pockets. It won't, Singapore is Singapore, because we know who has carved Singapore. We need one such leader, right? People. Then it happens, one visionary, then it changes. And then in last 10 years, suddenly whole world is talking of India. All the world politicians are saying, suddenly India's economy is different. Suddenly all credits are coming. Suddenly we are policy makers for the rest of the world and influence come whatever war, our warship can go and pick up and come where nobody else. We wonder that much diplomacy, that much dialogue, insight, so many things are happening. Slowly things are changing because many times it's the leaders. If the top is corrupt, the corruption comes down to the bottom. If top is strict, then though the habit of corruption is there, it will take some time and the lower things will change. But if the bosses are taskmasters, the lower also have to do and complete the task. So here when Janaka Dayaha, these are jnanis, so we need leaders who are jnanis, who know what they are doing. Then it will trickle down. Then it will deserve. And the people who are at the lowermost pedal would get what they have to. You can uplift the society. So to have a Raja as a jnani is so very important. Like Vidyaranya Swamiji. Big Raja. But so jnani that he became Shankaracharya. Vidyaranya Swami, in his books, if we read like Panchadashi and all, amazing, what that Dhyanas, he became Shankaracharya. So, He has the kingdom, and at one point they give it up also. When you have the power, you do best what you can for the society. And then for your betterment, you are not attached that I am doing good, so I need this power. Finish. They are able to drop that also. I'm not needing any power. Whatever I have to do, I've done. I'm going for my betterment. That also has to happen. So this Janakadaya. So we are seeing now the Anvayartha. Janakadayaha karmana eva samsiddhim asthitaha. Samsiddhi, completeness, perfection. Asthitaha, they attained. Asthitaha, they came and they attained perfection. And how? They saw the vision in Loka Sangraham Sampashyan api. So seeing that they have to do betterment for the society, Kartum eva arhasi. So arhasi, therefore for you. So arhasi, we saw it's talking to you. Therefore, for you, you are eligible to act. Kings like Janaka have done this. You are a king. Arjuna is not simply some ordinary person. He's a prince. He's not any ordinary prince. He's a mighty prince. He's capable, he's jnani, and he's talking of he's running away. No, you are not, the mental texture is not yet become that you cannot work. Still have desires, you are not at that stage, you still need to act upon. This is the message coming in this verse, that Loka Sangramevapi Sampashyan, saying, Kartum arhasi, you also need to act in that angle. Because if he runs away, everybody would run away, right? If seeing a problem, boss runs away, then what others would do? Like if I have to give example of my field, if I faint seeing somebody running to me with a bleeding wound and hit by something, what my subordinate would do, not knowing to act, they will also have to run away. So if I stand there strong, the subordinate can stand strong. I gave just example of a field in the doctor. If you are a doctor, so they came to you. But if you only faint seeing the blood, then where they will go? Correct. A police. Somebody is looting you on a gunpoint and you have somehow escaped and running to a police saying that he's holding you on a gunpoint. And if the police starts running away, seeing the gun, they'll say, where to go, man? This police is also scared more than me. So when a dharma comes, you go to a certain who's performing some role. You go to police to seek help. You go to doctor to seek help. In what? In those fields. And you expect that position is going to help you. You go to a Swamiji seeking another kind of a help. And if you may have figured that in a mind, the Swamijis must be like this, like this, like this. A doctor must be like this, like this. A teacher must be like this. A police should be like this. So Arjuna, Arjuna must be like this. And if he runs away, then what? So the example is given to him. Janakadayaha. So the kings like him, karmana eva samsiddhi mastitahe. Loka sangram sampashyanapi kartum eva arhasi. I hope the verse is clear. So by action only Janakadi has been done, and it is for the Loka Sangraha. So similarly, you also kartum arhasi, in action is lying your goodness. Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim asthita janakadayaha loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan kartum arhasi. It's already 9. Wow. But I won't come so fast. Doesn't matter. We have a slow start. Let me not take up another. Maybe next week, Padmaji, Radhakrishnan-ji, and Sajit-ji, and Padma R-ji also we will start with like this, because we couldn't do it. Let me not squeeze in a verse. We'll go slow. We will now onwards, assuming the Vibhaktis are clear, I'll be giving the Vibhakti reference card soon. We'll complete our notebooks in simultaneous. We will see word by word. We will put them in a line Anvayartha, and we will see that grammar and we go ahead. So in our mind, not only the meaning is clear, but where to break. Sometimes that sandhi is there, we don't know. So that will be very useful henceforward. But after another few, one or two, when we come in the routine, then we'll go for a sandhi class. Otherwise, everybody will. Any doubts in today's verses that we have seen? All clear? Okay, let's end today's session and join Daily Gita. Today is Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we have third, fourth, and fifth chapter. So please do join Daily Gita. At least for the first 20 verses now, because we've completed 20 verses today. It will take not more than 5 minutes, and then you can drop off of the call if you have any other commitments. Sri Vidya Lakshmi ji, you have any query?
Yeah. Can you share the link for the daily Gita class joining?
Yes. Do you have my class schedule catalog, which I've posted
Yeah,
in the
I
group?
have.
So
It's
if
there.
you open the catalog, the first is the Daily Gita. You have to just click here to join, it says. It's not
Okay,
only just the Daily Gita, it is across all my classes. You
Yeah.
can join any class with just pressing on that way.
Sure.
Okay. Let's end today's session. Keep your spine straight, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Oh. Om. Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamad. Excuse me. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om everyone. See you all next Wednesday, and before that for 5 minutes just Daily Gita. Hari Om.
Varshaj.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Varsha
Hari
ji.
Om
Thank
Varsha
you.
ji. Thank
Hari
you.
Om.
Thanks.